Nobody told me there'd be times like this. Nobody told her there'd be times like this. Nobody told them there'd be times like this. Huh? Nobody told her? Nobody told them there'd be times like this. Look. He always figured that he had the time to change, cause the way he lived his life was a reflection of his pain, real quiet to himself, laughing in his mind, even though he had the past dragging from behind. Pride would never let you see him sweat, and even though he did a lot, he lived with no regret. It didn't bother yet, nor did a thought come in and out of jail for playing with his pop gun. His father wasn't around but kept a smile like a got one. He felt as if he had something to prove, but like nothing to lose. Egotistic, put away with the ladies he couldn't lose, but he changed them like his socks, so mad he couldn't choose. As a child he was abused, all he needed was a chance. He resented his family because they threw him out like trash at a young age, stressing. Couldn't understand why is it takes a lot of work to turn into a man. But nobody told me there'd be times like this. I never knew that life was such a risk. It's nothing I would miss. Always thought in life that I'd be rich. I can't believe it had to come to this. Nobody told me there'd be times like this. I never knew that life was such a risk. It's nothing I would miss. Always thought in life that I'd be rich. I can't believe it had to come to this. I remember days with Kool-Aid on my shirt, memories of loved ones who got laid in the dirt, and these officers was going door to door for the perk, and these babies having babies just to end up in a hearse, and even worse, using welfare like a job, giving them a sob story so you never have to rob, waiting on the ninth to come every month, praying, hoping God comes, takes you out of this slump, hanging out late, thugging with the boys on the block, with a sock full of rocks, hitting cases, trying to run from the cops, praying hard, hoping I didn't get caught. Though in the back of my mind I started thinking that I'll never would stop. Was having dreams that I ended up shot. Then I saw friends turning on each other, so I hid from the block. Tell me, how can I escape this fear? It's almost as if everybody around me just quickly disappears. But nobody told me there'd be times like this. I never knew that life was such a risk. It's nothing I would miss. Always thought in life that I'd be rich. I can't believe it had to come to this. Nobody told me there'd be times like this. I never knew that life was such a risk. It's nothing I would miss. Always thought in life I'd be rich. I can't believe it had to come to this. She's cried so many tears, it's difficult just to imagine. Episodes of her life was never less than tragic. Kinda like a habit, only she couldn't break it. Praying to God, slowly learning how to embrace it. She was 20 years old, pure but wasn't wise. Had her share of many guys that played her with so many lies. And at the time, her mind became just so traumatized, thinking every man was the same, trying to get between her thighs. But me, I just wanted her to realize that this ain't like them other guys. And I don't wanna see her cry, I just wanna help her battle these demons until they die. If they never choose to leave, then eventually she will rise. Strong, focus, rejoice, and praise the Lord, for he will guide us and help us get through the day, even through the dark, baby, especially through the rain. Just remember to smile and keep your faith beyond the pain. But nobody told me there'd be times like this. I never knew that life was such a risk. It's nothing I would miss. Always thought in life that I'd be rich. I can't believe it had to come to this. Nobody told me there'd be times like this. I never knew that life was such a risk. It's nothing I would miss. Always thought in life that I'd be rich. I can't believe it had to come to this. Boom. Yeah. Yeah.